All right. It's been a morning. It has been a morning. I am already in BSQR. Uh, I got back in here, and then I've been having problems with my computer all of a sudden ever since. So I've kind of don't know what it's been doing, but it's starting to come back up to where I got in. It's got this nice triangle going on. If it can break over 375, it could really get going here. So hopefully we don't have any problems with the stream. Like I said, I was having some issues there for a little bit, getting everything to work correctly. Even my Thinkorswim was not working correctly. My computer just decided that it did not want to do its thing today. So so appreciate everybody joining me who's already here and being patient with me with all the craziness. Well, let's see what happens here on BRQS, coming up in the tip of this triangle. See, at 350 is acting as some resistance, so it needs to break 350 real soon. You can see we're starting to get some increase in buying volume here, kind of ending the tip of this triangle. If that can continue, and it should be good to go at least up to that 375. And where did this run to before? Damn, it got all the way up to 380. So I actually missed an opportunity for some profit there, but I can't help it when things go awry. So we'll see. It's still in the triangle. A little. This thing's been all over the place, up and down. Pretty big. Moves up and down for this cheap of a stock. I mean, when there it opened, it was 263 all the way up to that 380. Ooh, just got a 10-cent spread all of a sudden. The buyer's still trying to push it up. Getting held up at 325. It needs to break 325 soon and start holding 325 as support if it's going to continue up. Seeing a couple 325s. There we go. There we go. Now the bid's starting to stack at 325. This is what we want to see, but we want to see a little bit more bids than that. There we go. There we go. That's what we want to see. We want to see those bids stacking at 325. Yeah, good morning, One Life. Good morning, Greg. Good morning, Jack. Good morning, Tim. Good morning, Ron. It's all the names I see right at the second. But good morning, everybody. Kind of got thrown off there by the computer issues. So 330 acting as some resistance. There it goes. Starting to break down now, somewhat. Needs to get through that as well. Because this easily could dump out of this triangle here, so we need it up towards this line testing. I'd like to see it test the downtrend line one more time, and then that way I could try to lock in something if it doesn't start to break. We'll see. Like I said, it's got to get through that 350. 350 next. Getting resistance at 335. Decent sized buyer there at 33. There we go. There we go. Now we're getting through 335. Let's see. So I'm selling at 342 for some strange reason. Let's see here. We're about to test that 350. If we can get through that 350, I think we'll get up to that 370. Let's see. Bunch of 350s coming through. We're through 350 up to 360. We're going to get some 360s coming through. Going to keep this momentum into this. See if we get this breakout. We're through 360s. Got some resistance 365. We're through 365. Resistance at 370. Let's see. It's the downtrend line. You going to show me some frisk? Can we get frisky today? What do you got for me? What you got for me, BSRQ? You going to get frisky? You going to get frisky and break this triangle? Oh, we're starting to break. Oh, look at here. Look at here. All the way up to 4 through 4. Let's see, where's the tops of these candles? 418. Oh, are we getting halted? We may. Are we going? Oh, I can't tell. Did we get halted here? Are we getting halted? Oh, look at here. Look at here. Come on. We're going to keep pushing. Very nice. Very nice. Up to 425. Up to 440. Woo! Woo! I'm going to go ahead and lock out half my shares here. So 30 of that's locked out. I got 20 more shares left. That's what I'm talking about. So we started off a little rough with some technical difficulties. But we're moving nicely here. And we're getting halted. We're getting halted. That's what I'm talking about. Show me the frisk. Well, 446 is the pre-market high. Oh, did it not get halted? That bastard tricked me again. It's coming back down here. I thought we got halted. Tricked me. I got too excited. I don't know how that didn't halt. But pre-market highs at 446, so that would be my next profit target. But I may go ahead and lock this out. I am going to go ahead and lock it out. Oh, what happened there? What did you do? Why didn't that sell? What is going on this morning? All kinds of nonsense. Oh, and it's starting to rip again, so it's a good thing it didn't sell. Let's see here. Oh, we're still climbing. Oh, we're just hit over pre-market high. Oh, look at this. All right, I'm gonna lock it out now. We just broke over pre-market high. There we go. So I'm out. So I'm out there. A lot of resistance at that 475. So very, very nice rip there out of that triangle all the way up to that 475. $50 profit on what? Let's see what I have invested in this. Like 200. So that's like a 40% gain. So yeah, very happy with that move. These triangles and these U-shapes. Very nice. MCOA is up 60%. That's that one little penny stock, isn't it? Yeah, that's a good idea. What One Life is telling you, take your cost out, and then just let it ride and see what it does. Because I mean, it still does have room. It's got room up to 2 cents, and then if it can break over 2, it's got room up to 3 cents. But yeah, if you just take your initial investment out and see what it does, that wouldn't be too bad. So See, Thinkorswim redid my watch list. See, I had my watch list done and everything this morning. Now my watch list is back to what I had on there yesterday. So, very nice day. And I still got some funds left, so I'm going to look for another trade if I can find one. If I can get my watch list back together here. And that looks a little ugly. That's popping out of nowhere. Was it? That's an OTC stock. BSRQ. Let's put it back on the watch list. See, it's starting to pull back after that nice pop. Still could run. And this is that one I was talking about yesterday. OTC stock that shows a really small float but doesn't make any sense. And it's climbed even more. Ooh, big rip. Ooh, yeah, God, what a rip on that. $4 up to $7.40. That's a hell of a rip. No PR. It's kind of random. I'm putting on a watch list, but it looks like it's pretty much done. Looks like it was a pump and dump because you got to pump straight up and now it's dumping straight off. So nothing there. Nothing there. That was a pretty nice rip too. $8 up to 11. Okay, what do we got here? So, highlights their investment in course development of dual teacher classroom learning. 3.1. What is the float on this? 53 million. We've got a interestingly big U shape going on. Yeah, this looks interesting. Let's see. Got resistance at 430. Let's see. 390 is that 100-day, which it's coming up to now. Very interesting. So what? 6 green candles in a row. See, yeah, I still got some funds left. I definitely want to keep this on watch. I don't know about getting it in these. Well, give it a few more minutes. Whoa, what a move here. $4 up to $13. What a move. That's a nasty, nasty move. Let's put that on the watch list, but it's up 400%, so any play you try to get in there is going to be a little tricky. BRQS bouncing back up off of this downtrend line. It's a lot of possibilities, a lot of possible plays. Let's see what else we got. That looks like trash. Okay. Let's go with that. Yeah, there you go. There you go, Greg. That's why One Life's a moderator. He's a truth sayer. Even when he says that I only read pop-up books like he did in last night's stream. That was not a lie. I'm originally from Tennessee. My basic reading level is pop-up books. Yeah, so I was seeing if that maybe was going to make a triangle, but that's a little ugly. And this thing is up 400%, so very easily could sell off now. How's the SPY doing right now? Let's see the SPY. Was it all new highs today? Look at that. Fed's just a pumping away. Oh, yeah. Because the Feds are just pumping away, I think I'm going to get out of my VXX swing because now I'm just trying to beat the Feds, and I don't really want to try to beat the Feds because they tend to win every time. Well, I don't know. I may hold it. Look at the SPY. SPY's in the downtrend. Well, SPY's in the downtrend for now. For today anyway. I'll hold it a little bit longer, see if it can't climb back up. I may go again on here on BRQS. Starts breaking this downtrend. Yeah, I'm going to go on BRQS again here. So we got 30 shares this time. Starting to break the downtrend. Let's see if volume comes back into this and it starts ripping again. You can see there, actually, it's still getting held up by the downtrend. It's to break over 430 if it's going to run again. There we go. We're starting to get some 430s through there. Starting to come back down a little bit. I don't like that upper shadow. Go ahead and take this off here. See, this is another triangle. Nice little flag forming. If that flag cracks, though, $4 needs to hold up. I'm going to go ahead and put a stop loss, I think, right under $4. So I don't want to give back my gains. Too much of my gains. So yeah, I'm going to put it right there. If that flag cracks, it cracks. If it can hold up for, push up to that flag, then may get another breakout here. That's a little ugly. Yeah, it's about to crack. That was a really delayed. Yeah, so okay, so I did end up giving about $9 back on that. That flag couldn't break. But that's alright. So still in that downtrend. It looked like it was going to break for a second, and then it just didn't. It got hung up. So no big deal. Gave back a little profits, but Still nice win on the day. Oh, you sneaky dick. And it actually just pushed back above 4, so actually it may still break. It may have just hoodooed me out of it. There's a possibility that I just got hoodooed out hoodooed out of this. Unless it can't get back above 4. If it can't get back above 4, it's not gonna break. Morning, Mark. How you doing? FORW. Let's take a look at it. So I'm pretty much done trading now. Yeah, it's just an OTC stock. It says there's 0 shares. Let me look on Yahoo Finance and see what they say about the float. It may not tell us about it. That's the thing with OTC stocks. They're way less regulated, so sometimes they don't have all the information. That's why I'm not big on trading them. Here we go, Forwardly Inc. Let's find out what we got here. So yeah, there's no information about it on, well, very, very little. But doesn't say the float on Yahoo Finance either. Let me check one more. Check one more place here and see. It is running, but it's OTC stock, so you gotta be careful. FORW. Yeah, Webull doesn't have anything either for it. Doesn't even have the company profile, so I can't even find out what. Oh, but I see why. I see why it's moving. They're buying 500 million shares of Tesoro. Tesoro is TSMP. And oh, look at this nasty rip. But TSMP is actually humble now. And this isn't OTC, but Humble is a crypto platform that's going to be doing quite a bit. As you can see, they got a bit of news out. They've launched block ETX products in over 100 countries. So that's why FORW is going up, is because they either bought or they're trying to buy. Acquires warrants. Yeah, no, they did. They acquired 500 million shares and warrants of Humble. So that's why that's running. But yeah, I don't know why it says 0 shares, just the OTC stock, so that information's not there. But boy, Dom Provencher called this one. He hit me up a while back. Dom, I don't know if you're in the chat or whatever, but he was telling me about this down at 15 cents. And this was ran all the way to $1.28. So Dom, I don't know if you're here, but good call on that one. That is a massive run. And it depending on how good Humble does, it could keep running. But cryptos are running right now, so that's why Humble's running right now. would say that Voyager is running as well. Let's check and see. Yeah, look. Well, no, hold on. What is Voyager's ticker symbol? Let's see. There it is. Yeah, so you can see there Voyager all the way up to 12. Should have held this swing. But I didn't hold it because of this little dip there. But yeah, everything crypto is hot right now. And Bitcoin's at 38,000. Ether's hitting new highs. I mean, it's just like all the cryptos are getting frisky. Or they have been getting frisky if they're not already frisky. Yeah, that's what I think too, Mark. I absolutely think you're right. I think this bull run on crypto is just starting. Because if Bitcoin breaks 40,000, I think we're going to see a crypto pump. That's going to get crazy. The expected drop in crypto is October. Yeah, that seems like a long time for a crypto bull run, but it is possible. Oh, you little... Look at this. Look at this. So yeah, I got hoodooed out. Just barely hit my stop loss, and then immediately after just ran all the way to 569. But another triangle breakout there on BSRQ. Nice breakout too. $1.60, $1.70 run out of that triangle break. And it's still going. Beautiful. It's about to rip some more. Yeah, there it goes. Let's see if it breaks over 6 here. A little bit of a double top there. It may sell off. Oh, it's about to break through 6. Yeah, there it goes. Look at this. And it's still going. It's still going. Look at this. Nasty, nasty rip. Woo! So I left quite a bit of money on the table. Actually, I tried to get back in, but I got hoodooed on my stop loss. Look at this. Look at this rip. Beautiful. A lot of sellers at 653. Bunch of buyers coming in at 652, but no buyers coming in at 653. That's a little strange. Oh no, it just got halted. So this time it did get halted. Oh yeah, I'm sure there'll definitely be consolidations. Did anybody else get in this BSQR rip here? Look at that, just beautiful, just beautiful. was that $2.50 run, and it's halted. So that's a massive run right there on this stock, breaking out of that little triangle, that little bull flag there. Oh, you're in. You got in. Nice, One Life. Very nice. You got 4 shares left into the halt. We'll see if it gaps up for you out of that halt. But guys, look at this. Look, I mean, just look at this. The big old triangle. Or if you didn't want to look at the whole picture, you can look right there. What is that? Perfect U shape. Beautiful, perfect U shape. And then breakout, and then bull flag, breakout. But I'd got in way before the U shape started forming. I was playing it off of this triangle here. Big old long, thin triangle. Skippy. I just call him One Life. That's easy. Don't say his whole name. Whoa, what the hell? That's a strange. Sometimes during these halts, you get some weird numbers on the bid and ask, but normally it's not that high up from the bid and the ask. $67. That's a little crazy. It doesn't mean anything, but just normally it's not that far off. Yeah, looks like pretty much everything else kind of losing traction. BSQR has a lot of the volume at the moment. Besides some of these OTC stocks, you can see that guy's still climbing. YOLO, the weed ETF. Or are you just saying, are you just asking if I can call him YOLO? Actually, I do want to look at that weed ETF and see how it's doing today. Oh, nice. Up 26. I think this was at 18 when I released the top 5 21 pot stocks for, or the top 5 pot stocks for 2021. I think it was around 18. So it's done ran almost $8 since I released that video. How's Cron doing today if that's up? Well, Cron consolidating. Possible little flag there. So let's see where this comes out of this halt at. Planet 13 is up as well. Planet 13 was on that. Well, Planet 13 I've been talking about for a long time if you've been following me. But it was on that list as well. Let's see. Oh yeah. Not too bad. Back up to $6. If it breaks over 640, then Planet 13 could really start running. Let's see. BSQR unhalted. Actually, it gapped down out of the halt. So I said this before. Rarely does it happen, but sometimes on an upward halt, you can gap down out of it. And that was one of those scenarios where it gapped down to 643, halted at 652, unhalted at 643. Had a quick sell-off, but buyers pushed it right back up. Oh, and here it goes. It may start ripping again. Just just pushed up to a new high at 673. Real volatile right now. Oh, here, look at here. Let's see if buying volume keeps coming in and it starts to rip even more. Oh, yeah. This may break through 7 here. Let's see. MCOA keeps going too. Hey, there's a lot of stuff running. Woo, man, that just popped over 7 quick. That was all the way up to 740 in like half a second. So this thing is getting real frisky. Oh, breaking through, try, just hit 750. If it breaks through 750, yeah, I was gonna say if it breaks through 750, that'll be pretty wild because this has already ran pretty crazily. Oh, actually, it may break through 750 here. Just hit it again. If it hits it one more time, it may break it. It's that those buyers though. Every time it starts to drop, buyers keep buying back in and pushing it back up. Okay, now they're giving up a little bit. Yeah, okay. I was gonna say that's a pretty nasty run out of that weird halt that just happened. So now you do got a double top. 750 looks like it's probably going to be the top for now. Very easily could sell off, and it's starting to kind of curl over a little bit. You can see through here we were more at an angle, and now it's starting to curl. Who are you asking, Ron? Are you asking me about BSQR for the catalyst, or are you asking Greg for what he's talking about on MCOA? I mean, he could be asking you. That's what I was just clarifying, just because I wasn't sure which person he was talking about. Because BSRQ doesn't have PR, so I thought maybe he was asking about it, but I could be wrong. Yeah, so look at this curl over. Bent fishing rod status. Looks like a bent fishing rod. There's your rod. You got a fish on the line, pulling your line down. Big old bass on there. Big old 15-pound bass pulling your line down. And this is not a pattern that exists, or at least I know of. I just call it that. There's not a bent fishing rod pattern. That's just what I've named it because that's what it looks like to me. But it's a pretty good indicator that a sell-off can be coming. But basically, it's just a reverse U shape. You can see right through there, kind of that reverse U shape. But to me, it looks like a bent fishing rod. Like here's your rod, there's your fishing line. Yeah, so it was on my radar. It was on this scanner here. On the Sways 99 scanner, which I don't know where Sways is. He's not been around in a while, but he was a trader who comes to the chat every once in a while, and he made this scanner for us, and it's you can set this scanner up to catch some of these low float movements. If you watch the Thinkorswim scanner video, I went over how to set it up in the scanner video. But yeah, it popped up there, had some volume. Because I caught it back here, and my entry was like 340. I got in there, and then all that stuff started happening with my computer, so I didn't even know it went up to 380 or know that it was dropped back down into here, because I couldn't get things going with my computer having issues. So I actually got in pretty early on this triangle. But what I was looking at was I wasn't even looking at the triangle this morning, because there wasn't really a way, like at this point. Bring us back here. At the point I started getting in, it looked like this. And I just saw there was that resistance there across those tops of those candles, and this was kind of a U shape. So I jumped in at the break of that U shape, and I actually got filled a little bit higher than I would like to too. But and then that's when my computer went crazy. Right after I jumped into that, my computer went crazy. So a very nice move. Trading SOS and AMBO. I didn't really see anything on either one of those. I was looking at those earlier. Let's see what they look like now. SOS is interesting. Hasn't sold off yet. You got this uptrend. So I don't know if I would really. It's kind of a triangle. Get off here. But yeah, you do have a nice uptrend there. A lot of resistance straight across at 410. So yeah, actually you do have a triangle, because damn, that line is crooked, because that 410 line is resistance. So if it breaks 410, it could get going for you. If it cracks below the bottom of this trend line, then it's going to be done. And let's check out AMBO. AMBO looking interesting. AMBO looking like it's about to do a nice U-shaped breakout here. If it can break over 440, let's watch this for a second. Let's see if it can break over 440. See, no PR except for Chinese stocks are seeing momentum. Now, if it does break 440 here, the pre-market high is at 461. So it could get held up there. And then this candle, actually a couple candles at 475 is going to be some strong resistance. So even breaking out of this U-shape, though, is some strong resistance. I don't know how much more it'll break up out of it if it does break, because it's going to run into these levels, and that's going to slow it down some. GME's GameStop is dead. It's probably the reason why it's probably popped back up some is because the shorters who got in way up here are probably covering, probably locking in their profits. Yeah, this is a short cover day. This is all this is, because they had this big sell off and then came all the way back down here to this 50 area, and so I'd say a lot of shorters covered, and that's why that price is starting to pop up. Was a nice little U shape on it though, right there. Look at that, nice little U shape on GameStop. But that's what it looks like to me. It looks like a short cover day, like they're just covering. And maybe you'll get some excited people jumping in there because they think it's going to keep running. But let's see here on AMBO. Yeah, there's a lot of resistance above AMBO. It is starting to break 440. Let's see if it can break out. This is a lot of resistance. It's going to need a lot of buying volume to break out. So So look at all these sellers at 450. See, they started getting taken out, but it's still holding. Yeah, I agree with One Life. GameStop definitely is probably going to be back down. I'd say it'll probably be lower than 25 in 2 weeks. So actually, this is starting to break out here. Oh wow, look at this, starting to push through this resistance. So if you played that U-shaped break, you could have at least got, 35 cents there, up to 475, and it may keep moving. If it breaks over this top resistance, it may go. See, 5 will probably hold up. You see a lot of sellers at 480. They just got taken out. So that just blew right through all that resistance. Very nice, though. Nice U-shaped breakout, and it's getting halted right now, too. Or maybe not. But they're getting me lately on these almost halts. They look like they're going to halt, and then they don't. But very nice. All up to that 5. 5 is going to be really strong resistance because, yeah, you can see the only time it's been over 5 was right here. And this day it did not close above 5. It went above it, dropped back down. This day it got held up at 5. This day it tried to hold above 5. And then it came back down, and that's all it's had. So 5s are going to be really strong resistance, but good breakout there from 440 up to 5. It's a nice 60-cent move. Let's see, it's testing 5 here. See if it can break through 5. You got filled at 488. Be careful. You got filled way up high. You should have got in down here at the break of the U shape. BSQR is going off again. Let's see, I'm going to put Ambo on my watch list real quick here. And let's pop back over to BSQR real quick and see what. Oh, yeah. Yeah, nice. Look at that. Another nice U shape so far. This could break out again. If it breaks 750, this will be another U-shaped breakout. Still got a little ways to go before it gets there. Oh, you sold it at 488. Okay. Well, that's still, I mean, hey, it's a good, I don't know what you got in at, but it's a good profit. And it's still ripping. Wow, look at this. Breaking through 5. It's getting moving up to 525 so far. Oh, and BSQR starting to breaking out of that U shape. Just ran up 40 cents, breaking that 750 area, and now it's right back down. Sketchy. The higher this goes, though, the sketchier it's going to get. So definitely want to be careful on this. Yeah, it just hit that new high. So very hot Friday. I mean, the day is just a hot Friday. We got stocks just a ripping all over the place. I love to see it. I hope you guys are making nice money today on a day where there's a lot to be made. So possible failed breakout of the U, but it did get a quick little pop up. And it still could break if it can hold up above 7, probably. Yeah, and there it held 7 there. So actually, if it breaks 7, if this candle comes up to 750 and breaks 750, this is going to be off to the races again. But you can see it's getting held up. It's getting held up there still. And the SPY actually doing a little rebound. I may get out of this VXX swing. I'm bearish on the market, but I just don't know when the market's going to crash because the Feds keep holding it up and they're not stopping. So you can see there, got held up. I'm still trying to hold above 7. A little ugly at the moment, but this candle's got a minute. Let's see if it pushes back up to 750. Could break out there. Ambo's still running. Ambo up to 530. These two are probably going to start, all the way up to 546 on Ambo. So very nice U-shaped break there. Look, that's a whole dollar. If you got in down here where I show where I get in entries, where I said in the day trading guide, if you got in this 420 430 area, you got a whole dollar something rip out of this U-shape. Yeah, so you see there, couldn't break out with that U shape, but it is starting to kind of look like a triangle is possibly there. So we'll see what happens there. Yep. Exactly what One Life is saying. This is gonna break 550 right here, probably. See if Ambo does it. Let's see. If it breaks 550, it's got room all the way up to 6. There it goes. Very nice. It did just make that new high, so there could be a little sell-off. We're still in a decently angular upward movement, but it is kind of starting to curl, and this upper shadow is not a good thing. It needs to come back up if it is going to break out over anymore, but that's it's looking like that's about as far as it was going to go. It's 568. So didn't quite get the 6. Yeah, because this is ugly. Selling pressure pushing us back down. Yeah, you don't want to be late to the party on these stocks. You want to try to be back in there. But yeah, this is starting to look like a possible triangle break. On BSQR, but this is up 265%. So that's a pretty big move. Now, starting to crack that. I do want to say something for the new traders. If you just got into the stock market and day trading all that in the last couple of weeks, the market is not always this hot. These U-shapes and triangles work really well in these hot markets like this. But these hot markets don't last all year round. Normally there'll be like a couple of weeks of really hotness and then it'll slow down. But there's no really way to tell how long the market is going to stay hot like this. So just keep that in mind. Like this is not normal market conditions for the stock market to be this hot. Like looking right here on this top 10% gainer list, I mean, we got 170% up, 248% up, 280% up, some 40s and some 60%, 423% up on the top NYSE, 62%, 51% on STG, 36% on GameStop. So normally it's not this hot. Now, I'm not trying to discourage you or anything. I'm just saying most of the strategies are going to work really well in a hot market. So, you're getting these big rips now, but if we get into a slow market, this triangle right here might not get this big of a breakout. It may only pop up and hit that resistance right there at 470. So if we start transitioning back to a slow market, you just got to take the little wins as you get them. Until you get back into a hot market to try to let them run. Like basically, in a hot market, you can let your gains run, but in a slower market, you're going to be locking in profits pretty quick. Yeah, I mean, there's definitely a lot of people working at home, but that necessarily doesn't mean that it's going to be a hot market. Because 2020, everybody was working from home, especially in March during that lockdown, and the market was not extremely hot, at least in the penny stock world. That's another thing too. The penny stock world, the stocks that are under $10 or even under $20, depending on what they are and what they're about. And the penny stock world can be different than the rest of the stock market. The stock market can be crashing, and the penny stock world can be on fire. Right now, it just happens to be that everything is lining up because the SPY is moving up, the whole entire stock market. And look at the market watch here. It's going to be a lot of green. Yeah, look at this. A lot of green. And then the penny stocks are hot as well. And then cryptos are hot as well. So the financial markets all together right now are just hot. Everything's hot. But that's not always the case. Like I said, the stock market can crash. Penny stocks can be hot. Stock market can be going up. Penny stocks can not be hot. So we're just in a dragon market. It's not even a bull market anymore. It's a dragon market, just spitting flames and fire. And the dragon's head is Jerome Powell, and the fire he's spitting out is the money from the money printer. That's what's going on right now. Yeah, BSQR. Let's see, you said it broke the downtrend or the uptrend. Yeah, it broke the uptrend on that triangle, so it's definitely done for now. It's in this downtrend sell off. But if it holds its gains, if it holds around like 550 or something, that little support area there, because that's probably where it's going to come down to. Unless $6 holds as support. $6 could hold as support. But yeah, you don't want to touch this right at the moment. You want to let it get into a pattern or something. Daniel B kicking some knowledge from his perspective at the moment. So these two just sold off. I'm going to take them off. Let's take METX off. Leave these guys on. What is this? Atlantic American. What is Atlantic American? I don't know what this is. Looks like it's some type of financial stock, but you have a nice uptrend right here. Currently testing this. Well, it's just currently testing that support of the uptrend, but it does have potential to run back up to that 1424 if it keeps climbing up this uptrend. Yes. Yes to Jack's question. Yes to Jamie's question. So, oh, look at that. See, bouncing off that uptrend. Look at that. So, nice little bounce there. Could have got a $1.50 bounce off of that uptrend so far. Very nice. Or off of that bounce play off the trend line there. So, the drawing tools you can edit. Let's see, what are you talking about? Drawing tool, like change size and color. Yeah, I think you can change. I'm pretty sure you can change the colors. The size, I'm not sure about. See, I've never really tried. But I know you can, I think you can make trend lines thicker. Let me see. So I might have answered too quick there because I thought you asked something else. That there probably most likely is a way. Let me see the settings, see if I can find it from there. I swear there was a. I'm pretty sure there was a way. Let's go back to default here. Okay. I thought there was a way to edit these drawings. I'm pretty sure there is, because I'm pretty sure I made my line thicker before, but it's been oh, here we go, edit properties. There you go. So that's what you gotta do. You gotta right click on your drawing or whatever, go to edit properties. You can change the color right there. You can change your style. You can change your width. So that's how you do it. I knew there was a way to do it, but I forgot. So there you go. And then to answer Jamie's question, yeah, a stock can have too much volume. It can be over traded. That's what we call it when it's had way too much volume, because like if you look at the float on a stock, let's see, I'm trying to find a good example. So like LAIX has 50 shares, and so far it's at 86 million in volume, so it's almost double the amount of shares. And you can see LAIX is sold off. Now it's not like a golden rule, because sometimes it doesn't matter about that, but then sometimes it does, because a stock can be overtraded and still keep running. Like BSRQ is almost, yeah, BSRQ is 4 times the amount of shares traded than the actual shares there. And then if you look at average volume, what a stock's normal volume is. So back here, BSQR did not have a lot of volume before this. It didn't get a lot of volume till today. So I'm sure it's way over the normal volume that it normally has, which is good for rips, but as the day goes on, it could lead to a sell-off. You can trade pre-market on TD Ameritrade. If you're new to trading, I don't recommend you do that because the pre-market is a little bit trickier than just market open. There's nuances. There's rules and nuances to that. So you can't market order in. You can only limit order in, so that makes it a little trickier. A lot of times stocks are a little bit less liquid in pre-market, so it's also a little bit harder to get in and out of them. So if you're not an experienced trader, I do not recommend trading pre-market or after hours because both are the same. They both have the same nuances. So but yeah, back to the stock having too much volume. Yeah, it can be an issue, but really if a stock's got plenty of volume, that's what you want anyway. So it's not something I really pay attention to. Like whether a stock's overtraded or not, to me doesn't really matter, because if people are still buying it and it's still going up in price, then it doesn't really matter that it's overtraded and it has way more volume than normal or whatever. So how do we know that some stocks have to go through brokers? Yeah, H&H Trader, yeah. Nice, Tim. Nice job, buddy. Nice job making some profits. I'm glad you're making some money. I appreciate that comment. So, see if I'm saying your name right. Dondup, I'm not sure exactly what you're asking unless you mean like are there certain stocks that you can't trade with certain brokers? And yeah, that is true with Webull. You can't trade OTC stocks, but Thinkorswim with TOS, TD Ameritrade, Fidelity, any of the big brokerages, you'll be able to trade any stock you want. So, and then H&H Trader, yeah, exactly. That's kind of what I was saying too. When the volume high, that's a good thing. You want high volume, and too much volume is really never ever a bad thing. But some traders will say, "Oh, this stock is overbought." They're looking at the RSI. They're saying, "Oh, it's overtraded." But sometimes it doesn't matter. The stock can keep climbing, so that's why I just don't really look at it. The low float momentum scanner. Yeah, so this scanner, the Sways scanner, which I haven't seen, like I said earlier, I haven't seen Sways in a while. I'd like to hear from him again one day. Hopefully he comes back to the channel. He's a good trader. Let's see. So let me go to the Sways scanner. So you've got the last is going to be your price, so I've got it set to 50 cents and $10 max. So stocks between 50 cents and $10 is what it's going to scan for. And then I got 40,000 in volume. That's because right at market open, there's not a ton of stocks that'll pop up on this, But as they start getting volume, then they'll start popping up. So that's why I have it on 40,000 in case something comes out of the press release or whatever. And then I've got the shares here, and you can see I've got it maxed out at 40, and you can change this if you want, but 40 million is and under is pretty low float. And then the stock percent change just shows a minimum of the stock moving 1% up. So it's looking for stocks that are in between this price range with at least 40,000 volume, with a cap of 40 million shares that have made a 1% change. And then this one right here, this is the one, because I've been trying to make a low float scanner myself, and I tried it with this different things, and they didn't really work as good. But this right here is what Sway's had on his that makes it work. And you can see the price change close is at least 5% greater than 2 bars ago. So that 2 bars ago just means 2 candles. I would think that's what it means. I'm not exactly sure. Like I said, he made this scanner, so. But that's kind of the idea. And then you can see the 4 hour there is what it's scanning for. So 2 bars is probably 2 4-hour candles. I'm not sure. I'm not sure how he set that part up. That's why I copied it, because that was the one key I was missing to getting this low float scanner over here. So like I said, hopefully he'll come back to the channel. He can explain that part better, because I don't understand this bar down here that much. I get the price change, I get the close, and the 5% greater than, it's just the 2 bars. I don't know what that means. I'm assuming it's candles, but I don't know. That's pretty much it. Yeah, so there you go. One Life saying what I was trying to say about the over traded and too much volume. That's what I was trying to say in a lot shorter of words. So yeah, if you guys have any more questions, suggestions, or ideas, go ahead and get those in. We'll give the stream about 15 more minutes here. I know you guys have already been asking questions, but if you got any more, I'll answer them. Pretty hot day in the market. Very nice day. Appreciate all the support. A lot of you guys giving me some nice comments there. I'm happy you guys are learning. I'm happy that you guys are winning, because that's what we want here. Opinion on CNSP. Sounds familiar. Let's take a look at it. What do you wanting to know about as far? Are you asking for a day trade, swing trade, long term? What are you asking? Because if it's long term, this stock has been in a downtrend since it came out in 2020. Let's see, what is CNSP? It was a pharmaceutical company. But it did just come up and hit this downtrend on the max chart. If it could break over that downtrend, so there's a lot of resistance right there at 370. Right where the downtrend is at. That's why it got rejected there so hard. And the 200-day is also right there as well. So ton of resistance right there. This has only been over the 200-day once. Well, actually twice. No, that actually closed. Yeah, that actually closed below the 200-day as well. And that one closed below. Yeah, so it's only been over the 200-day once. So that 200-day is very, very strong resistance. That area right there, 365 basically to $4 is a very, very tough area. This stock would need some good news and a lot of volume to push it up. Right now it barely has any volume. Oh, if your only reason for looking at CNSP because people are saying it's going to go to something in 10 years or whatever, don't even pay any attention to that. Go do the research on the company yourself. Don't listen to people about buying or selling stocks, especially on the internet, because I can show you exactly what happens when you do that. Okay, let's see. Let me get back on this year chart. This is what happens. This is exactly what happens when you listen to other people. If you wasn't back in here on GameStop, if you wasn't already ahead of the trend, and and you bought in way up here, you're sad right now. So that's why you don't listen to other people about stocks. Same thing, AMC. Everybody was all hype on AMC. This is what happens. Uh, yeah, so I mean, I took everything off because originally, when I first started the channel, this was something I think I said the other day. I kind of learned trading backwards. I learned how to trade off of indicators and didn't learn price action. So Daniel B, right at the start of the channel, when he joined the channel, started yelling at me every single day that I didn't know what I was doing and I need to learn price action. So with price action, you don't need any indicators or whatsoever. You're just trading naked charts. You can use those VWAPs and stuff, but that's why I did the Day Trading Guide 2021. You need to learn how to trade just straight price action naked charts, and yeah, it is a lot of clutter. It's kind of nice being able to not have to worry about indicators or anything on the naked chart. All right, Tim, have a good one, buddy. If you don't, yeah, if you don't have at least 10 indicators and 10 monitors, you're not a trader. No, that's not true. He's just joking, but yeah, you like I've got these indicators up here on the daily, but those are just mainly for resistance and support, so I don't have to draw it out all the damn time. I can just look and see that the 200-day moving average is there. Well, that's going to be a heavy area of resistance. But absolutely learn how to trade naked charts like I've been doing this past couple of weeks. Like you can experiment with other indicators, the VWAP. I think the VWAP has some merits. I think a strategy can be built around the VWAP, but it is very important that you understand price action before you start trading with indicators because, like I said, then you're going to be trading ass backwards like I was, and you're not going to be quite as consistent because if you don't understand price action, that VWAP isn't going to mean anything. All right, Greg, have a great weekend, buddy. And that's a good point Daniel B is saying. No, I don't think I would use GameStop as an example as people trading indicators or not trading indicators. GameStop was just a nonsense, crazy pump and dump, so it wouldn't matter either way. But yeah, that's the thing. There's always well, I'm trying to think of how to say it. There's always I guess there's always a kind of a debate between traders who have some experience whether they like indicators or they don't like indicators. Daniel B. Oh, okay. H&H Trader was joking. Okay. All right. Yeah. Uh, yeah, it was definitely yeah, for sure. But Daniel B made a good point there. Indicators will, I won't say will, but can. They can cloud your judgment and can force you to make bad decisions. That is true. But saying they will, I don't think they automatically will. If you don't understand price action, then yes, they will. But if you understand price action, then yeah, they could make some problems for you, but they can also help you. If you sit down 100 traders in a room who's all got experience, all of them are going to say you need to learn price action, but not all of them are going to agree on what indicators or using any indicators or all that. It's kind of a I don't know. There's just a lot of indicators out there. There's a lot of stigmas with the indicators. I mean, you have people on YouTube who are trading with all kinds of different crazy indicators like the Fibonacci retracement nonsense. If it works for you, use it. If it doesn't work, then don't use it. That's pretty much how I feel about it. But overall, the main takeaway is learn price action, learn how to trade a naked chart. You're going to be way better off than probably 80% of traders if you can learn how to trade a naked chart. Yeah, Jack, there's the understanding candlesticks talks about price action in it. The day trader guides talk about price action. I don't know if you watched those, the new guides. But basically, to understand price action, just understand that it's supply and demand. Let me get some drawing tools here. I'll go over this with you real quick, see if we can get you a better understanding. And it takes some experience. Like just learning price action isn't enough. You have to be in the markets every day watching price action because it's exactly what it sounds like. It's the action of the price, right? So it's what way the price is going. So to understand the price action, we got to understand the candlestick movements because the candlestick movements measure the price, right? Each candle is a measure of price within a time frame. So it's a 2-minute chart. So each one of these candles are 2 minutes, and they're just measuring the price in that 2 minutes. And then the volume is the measure of the amount of shares being bought and sold in that 2-minute time frame as well. So you're going to be wanting to use those, the volume bars and the candlesticks, to understand that price action. Which way is the price moving? Why is it moving that way? And will it continue to move that way, or could it sell off? So on AMBO here, you're looking at it in pre-market. It's pretty much going sideways, right? I mean, it was on a little bit of an uptrend. Why is my drawing tool not... Why does it keep going off? I did something in those settings. I messed it up. But, I mean, it was on a little bit of an uptrend. So you could say once this started getting a little volume, you can see the price action was pushing it up overall. You got this uptrend going on, and it's still on this uptrend. So the price action is showing that this is moving in an upward direction overall in the chart. And you've got that resistance there, so you're thinking, oh, this is going to keep moving up. And you just need to see the buying volume come in, and you get that buying volume, and you get a nice breakout. You're just reading that price action. Which way is the price going? Which way could it continue to go? And that's the overall picture. And then you also got to kind of look at it on a smaller level as well. So right here, the stock was going up, upward trend in price. That upward trend right there broke. So now that upward trend is gone, and now you got a downtrend in price action until that broke, and now you've got another uptrend, right? So you got the buyers winning right here. They're winning the tug of war, pushing the stock up. The sellers started winning right here. People are selling off. But these buyers that came in here are selling up here. Those buyers are becoming sellers. So you got that downtrend. And then buyers started coming back in. Those sellers who got out, those buyers who were sellers, you know, they sold through here, and then maybe they're becoming new buyers, or maybe other new buyers are coming in at the break of this. You know, starting to decide, oh, the price needs to go up. So it's supply and demand. So people are starting to value it a little bit higher than this area. They thought this was too low for the price at the moment, so they buy it, and that downtrend breaks. Whoops. I can get this out of here. And then you've got upward buying. So that's on the that's kind of on a micro level, and then like I said, you want to look at it from like a macro level like this, where you can see the overall price is on an uptrend. So buyers pretty much have control of it overall, but you're going to have little tug of wars and buy-offs and sell-offs even with an uptrend like that. And if you look, let's see if I can find something else that looks yeah, so this one, you can see this one was on an uptrend. In pre-market, the uptrend cracked. Buyers had full control of this all the way up to that. And then now you're just in this downtrend. So price action is showing that the price is being pushed down. The action of that price, the action of the prices is getting lower and lower until it breaks out of this big downtrend on the macro level. Then it's probably going to continue to sell off. Although it does kind of have the uptrend as well. So actually, this one's kind of in a tug of war. You can see it's getting squeezed. So you got an uptrend overall, but you've also got this downtrend that started as well. So this is kind of a tug of war back and forth between the buyers and sellers, and this price action could change and go either way. It could pop up out of this downtrend, or it could sell off. So it'd be one of the two. But you really, like for U-shapes and triangles, you really want to be trading the upward price action, like BSQR. You know, this had a little sell off there, a little downtrend of selling, and then the buyers came in and pushed it up there. But hopefully that worked. Hopefully that helps some. It's a little bit tricky to try to explain, but basically that's what it is. No, I'm not. I'm not holding Planet 13 anymore. I do want to get back into Planet 13, but I haven't been holding it lately. And look at this. What is this, guys? What is that right there? Big old triangle. So that price action. So we're looking at. So to explain the price action, maybe I can explain it a little bit clearer. You got this run up, and now what is the action doing? What is the price actions happening? Had a little sell off, price is coming back up, sell off, price coming back up, sell off, price coming back up, but we got a nice little uptrend coming, and it does have the downtrend coming together. You're getting that squeeze in the price action, and then more buyers came in to outweigh the sellers. So we can see that there was way more buyers starting to come in, and it broke up out of this, and now it just hit that new high of day of 825. So it's just understanding which way the price is going most likely. I mean, there's no guarantees in the stock market, so you can't really say that following the price action will guarantee anything. But the probability, because this was in an upward movement overall, from back here, the probability of it breaking out of this little tug of war of price action, which is this triangle, was pretty good. All it needed at that point was buying volume, and it got it. So hopefully that helps. But yeah, you can watch those videos, those other videos too, and those probably explain it clearer than what I'm explaining it now. But come on, lines, get off here. There we go. Well, you would use it the same way for swing trading as you are on the day trading chart, but instead of looking at like the intraday chart, you would just look at the daily chart for swing trades, or at least that's what. Well, some people look at 4-hour charts for swing trading. Let's see how Workhorse is doing, because Workhorse is one. Yeah, so Workhorse, you can see it had this triangle on the daily, and then it popped out of there. So same thing. I mean, these are just time frames. These are just time frames of price action. So instead of looking at an intraday chart like the 2-minute, you would look at the daily chart, which is a year span, or look at like maybe a week chart over 6 months, or 4 hours over a month, something like that for swing trading, depending on what kind of swing trading you're doing. But it works exactly the same. The price action works exactly the same. It's just a longer time frame. That's all. Like, you would have never saw this triangle on an intraday chart, because the intraday chart only covers one day, or like this one. My 2-minute one does cover 2 days, but you wouldn't be able to see this. So you look up there on this chart, you're like, oh, this triangle's starting to form. Maybe I go for a swing right here at 36, and you've also got the 9 EMA as indicator support, because it's been holding up that 9 EMA this whole time, so it's bullish above all indicators. So you buy it at 35, and then just put your stop loss right below, that uptrend in that 9 EMA, and then boom, could have got a $7 rip off of that swing. There's a lot of different swing trading strategies. I'm not a big swing trader, to be honest. A lot of my, if I do swing trade, it'll be something like VXXX, where I'm betting on it to go against the market. That's VIXX. VXX, where I'm betting on it to go against the market, because this is an inverse ETF. So it's really low in price, with a lot of upside if the market crashes. Of course, if the market just keeps going up, then I'm going to have to get out of it. But like with cryptos and stuff, and the GameStop video is kind of a good indicator of looking at what you should look at to swing. Because I said in the GameStop video, everybody was paying attention to GameStop, but cryptos had dropped in price, and all of them were actually in a pretty decent support area, making some nice moves. Or not making some nice moves yet, but with potential to make nice moves. And instead of playing GameStop or AMC, I bought a bunch of cryptos, and now I'm up on every single one. Because with my idea of swing trading is buy low and sell high. I mean, with Workhorse, you could have got that triangle, but you can do the triangles. You can do the triangles and U shapes on these higher time frames as well. But I like more of Like I'm swinging Cron. I don't know if I'm going to hold Cron all year, but I'm swinging Cron. It's on my long-term portfolio. But I'm going to hold it as long as the pot stocks keep getting hot. But I got in Cron at $9. And if you look at the overall chart, you see Cron was all the way up at 25 in the last weed run. $9 is down here. So I waited until it got over all the indicators, till it was bullish. And I waited for it to hold up for a few days to make sure it was going to stay bullish and it wasn't just a little fake out or anything. And now I'm holding Cron, swinging it to see if it can at least get up to that $15 area. But I like swing trading when it's like this. When you've had an initial big run on something, like the pot stock, the whole pot stock sector, all the charts are going to look like this, any single one that I went into. See, ACB, same thing, but ACB still kind of bearish. It's still got a little ways to go before it can break above and get bullish, but that's why I like Cron better. Let's see, what's another one? What is Cresco Labs or YOLO? That was another one in my top 5 pot stock video, and you see it's up to 26. And I got YOLO. I think I got YOLO. Where did I get it at? Let me look here real quick. So YOLO, I got it at 1939. So I got it under 20 right in here. It had broke back above these indicators and was bullish again. And you know, at 19, I had room up to 26 once it was above the indicators. So it's a good swing so far. But yeah, that's kind of what I like to do. That's what I do. That's what I do with the cryptos. I just wait until, you know, we start another bull run on some type of sector or something. That's one way to do it. There's a lot of ways to swing trade, but that's just a couple of ideas. You can use the triangles to use, and you can do all that. But I'm sure there's some probably decent YouTube traders out there who are better at swing trading than I am. I'm not an expert swing trader. I'm not an expert in anything, but that's probably my least knowledgeable thing is knowing about swing trading. But like I said, I just try to find things like I was saying with the pot stocks, with the cryptos. Buy low, sell high. That type of deal. So, alright guys. I'm going to call it a day. It's getting lunchtime. We will be back Monday. Today also there will be a new video coming out. And I'm not in it. So we got a new personality starting on the channel. Gonna start doing videos every week, I think, is the plan. Yeah, don't watch Ross Cameron. But John Zadar from the Penny Pot Stock Facebook group has came over and is going to be a part of the channel, and he's going to be releasing a video once a week. So that'll be his first video on SPACs will be coming out today at some point. I will post it. So get a little different personality on the channel here and there. Yeah, you have a great weekend as well. Everybody have a great weekend. Be ready for that content. And I might do a crypto day trade stream sometime this weekend. We'll see. We'll see what happens. But yeah, you guys have a great rest of your day. Stay safe out there. Until next time.